Semen retention is a complete system of life mastery built on 7 essential pillars of power. You stop viewing retention as a struggle and start using it as a blueprint to rebuild every area of your masculine existence. Most men fail because they think retention is just about not touching themselves. In reality, without the 7 pillars, control the urge, energy economics, mental clarity, emotional regulation, physical vitality, social gravity, and purpose alignment, you are simply a pressurized tank with no outlet. Mastering these pillars turns your stored seed into a life of absolute dominance and fulfillment. Control the urge is the first pillar because mastery starts with discipline, not motivation. You stop being a slave to your biological impulses and start becoming the commander of your own body. This pillar is about building the muscle of the will. When you can say no to the strongest drive in nature, every other temptation in life becomes small and manageable. It is the foundation of self-respect. Without the ability to control the urge, the other pillars have nothing to stand on, as your energy will constantly leak through the cracks of your weakness. Energy economics is the second pillar, teaching you where your retained power actually goes. You stop wasting your energy on trivialities and start investing it like a high-stakes banker. Every thought, every movement, and every interaction has a cost. Retention gives you a massive surplus of bioelectricity, but if you don't manage the economics of this energy, you will burn out or become neurotic. This pillar teaches you to direct your vital force into high ROI activities like business, fitness, and learning, rather than letting it dissipate through stress or useless anger. Mental clarity is the third pillar, functioning as the lens through which you see the world. You stop living in a fog of confusion and start making decisions with surgical precision. Retention rewires your brain's reward circuitry, clearing the dopamine haze created by modern overstimulation. With a clear mind, you can see opportunities where others see obstacles. This pillar is about cognitive dominance. It allows you to focus for hours on complex tasks, giving you a competitive edge in a world full of distracted, low-energy individuals. Emotional regulation is the fourth pillar, moving you from reactivity to inner authority. You stop being a victim of your moods and start becoming the eye of the storm in every situation. Retention stabilizes your hormonal profile, which in turn settles your nervous system. You no longer get easily offended, anxious, or rattled by external chaos. This pillar gives you the emotional weight needed to lead. When you can regulate your own internal state, you become the person everyone else looks to when things get difficult. Physical vitality is the fifth pillar, manifesting as strength, stamina, and a radiant presence. You stop feeling sluggish and start experiencing the body as a high-performance machine. The nutrients you conserve, zinc, lecithin, and vitamins, are redirected to your muscles, bones, and skin. This pillar is the visible proof of your practice. It is the raw power that allows you to work longer, lift heavier, and move with a grace that signals health to everyone around you. Your body becomes a physical testament to your internal discipline. Social gravity is the sixth pillar, explaining why people treat you differently when you retain. You stop chasing people and start becoming the center of attraction. This pillar is the result of your expanded aura or presence. Because you are grounded and self-contained, you develop a natural magnetism that pulls people into your orbit. Whether in business negotiations or social gatherings, your gravity makes people want to agree with you, support you, and be near you. It is the social manifestation of your conserved life force. Purpose alignment is the seventh and final pillar, which turns your stored energy into life direction. You stop drifting through life and start moving toward a definite chief aim. Sexual energy is the most powerful creative force in the universe. If it isn't aligned with a purpose, it will turn into frustration. This pillar is the steering wheel for your retention. It ensures that the fire you are building inside is used to power the engine of your legacy, turning your biological potential into tangible, real-world achievements. These 7 pillars work in a synergistic loop, each one strengthening the others. If you focus only on physical vitality, but neglect emotional regulation, you will be a strong man who is easily manipulated. If you have mental clarity, but no purpose alignment, you will be a genius who achieves nothing. The retainer is a man who understands that his seed is the fuel for a much larger machine. By building these pillars, you ensure that none of your conserved energy goes to waste and that every drop of power is used to elevate your status. The beauty of the 7-pillar system is that it provides a roadmap for long-term success. Many men start retention and get overwhelmed by the superpowers or the intense urges. The pillars provide a structure to ground that intensity. When the urge hits, you look to your purpose alignment. When you feel anxious, you look to your emotional regulation. This framework turns a difficult practice into a strategic lifestyle. You are no longer just abstaining. You are architecting a new version of yourself from the ground up. As you master each pillar, you will notice a fundamental shift in your identity. You no longer identify as a man who is trying to stay away from a habit. You identify as a man of high value who has better things to do with his power. This shift is the ultimate goal of the 7 pillars. It moves you from a state of lack to a state of abundance. You realize that you hold the keys to your own evolution, and the sexual energy you once threw away is actually the currency of your greatness. The challenge of modern life is that it tries to knock these pillars down at every turn. Cheap dopamine, constant distraction, and the glorification of weakness are everywhere. Semen retention is your act of rebellion against this decline. By committing to these 7 pillars, you are building a fortress that the world cannot penetrate. You are protecting your peace, your power, and your potential. This is not just about sexual health. It is about the total reclamation of the masculine spirit in an age of fragmentation. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. Real wisdom deserves real energy. Drop a thanks to fuel the next level. In conclusion, the 7 pillars of semen retention represent the difference between a temporary streak and a permanent transformation. They are the structural supports for a life of meaning and impact. When you retain with these pillars in mind, you are not just holding back fluid. You are accumulating the building blocks of a legacy. You are becoming a man of weight, a man of vision, and a man of destiny. The energy is yours now. Use the pillars to build something that lasts forever. Mastering these pillars is a lifelong journey, but the rewards begin the moment you decide to start. Each day of retention is a brick in your fortress. Each choice to control an urge is a victory for your future self. By following this blueprint, you ensure that your journey is not just a struggle against your lower nature, but an ascent toward your highest self. The path is clear, the pillars are set, and the power is already within you.